going on, Internet? I am currently downloading Titanfall beta. I'm going to start streaming it as soon as the download is finished. And I went ahead and started streaming because I wanted to talk about betas in general. The more and more I thought about it, the more upset I got. But let's talk Titanfall. Basically what Respawn did was they're having a stress test. And that's what it comes down to. And instead of calling it a stress test and sending out emails that say, you have been selected to participate in this stress test. Yeah, instead of doing that, Respawn did something that I kind of like. They just said, hey, if you registered for the beta before this certain date, you're in. Go download the client. I think that's awesome. I think it's really cool for them to do that. And I'm not really looking forward to seeing how the servers are going to be as soon as I get in game, but oh well. I don't care. Well, one of the things I want to talk about was just betas in general, and I can remember ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, had a beta weekend a couple weeks ago. Yeah, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. And no one was allowed to stream it. You couldn't show off, even though ESO is going to launch here in a couple of months or so. I think in April. I think now the NDA is dropped on it. But they wouldn't let anyone stream it. And I was like, whatever. I don't take as much issue with that, but Wildstar had a beta just this past weekend. And the Wildstar devs wouldn't let anyone stream it. At least, unless you were a select few. And this is the same select few that's been able to stream Wildstar for months now. So I don't really understand why now they're not going to let anyone stream it. Like, for instance, myself, if I was to stream Wildstar right now, you're not going to see anything that you haven't already seen other streamers do. And I kind of take issue with that. Wildstar, they went so far as to put a watermark across your screen when you were playing the game, and I think it was like a 6-digit code, and it was tiled across your screen, which was very irritating to play because you had all these numbers across the screen, and it was a lot of numbers. And that was that they did that so that they could catch people streaming it and sharing images of the beta that weren't allowed to. And the whole time I'm thinking how dumb this is, because they've already let people stream this game for months. Yet now we can't. And I'll be honest. Yeah, that rubbed me the wrong way. But after playing the game, I wouldn't want to show it off either. I was really looking forward to Wildstar because I think a skill shot based MMO is a good idea. It's something different. It's a little bit of innovation. However, when you're playing the game, here's the ground, okay? And it was like you're running right above the ground. Like there was no tactile feeling with your character in the environment around him. So the whole time it just felt like you were kind of floating in this world, in a world that was very cluttered and very busy. So I thought that kind of sucked. I still enjoyed the skill-based shots, and I think it's fantastic. But it really just kind of felt sloppy. The animations, the movement, and the world itself. And maybe I'm looking at it from a wrong angle. And that angle was I was already kind of salty because of how they handled their streaming policies and the beta up till now. But it just, there was a real disconnect that I felt with that game. And I didn't spend much time with it at all. On the contrary, I loved Elder Scrolls Online. It had its problems, it had its issues, and I've talked about it on this channel. But right now, if you give me the two of those games, you give me the two of those games, come here, come on. I'm going to pick Elder Scrolls Online 9 out of 10 times. It just feels like a stronger product. Don't lick my keyboard. Alright, scram. So, I just wanted to get on here. I wanted to talk about it a little bit because it just kind of irked me. It irked me the way that Wildstar handled things. So, the beta is going to take a while to download. This is a hefty, and I've got a good internet connection, and I'm at 29% right now. So tonight I will be. Hey! I'm trying to stream on the internet here. I don't need you playing in the background. It's my dogs. I don't know if you can see this. Here, let me show you. Okay, those are the dogs, and they like to make a lot of noise while I'm streaming. So I usually lock them out of the room. I did not anticipate streaming at this time, but it just irked me. I felt I needed to get on here and sort of vent about betas and tip my hat to Respawn for the way that they're handling Titanfall. The beta and the launch. I think it's great. And I'm looking forward to playing this game tonight. Probably be tonight because I've got to go back to work. So I am going to be streaming this game. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming this game tonight. So if you catch this, be sure to tune in tonight. Hoping to put in a few hours of it. Also, if anyone from Wildstar dev team is here, and whoever came up with the idea to splash a watermark across everyone's game this past weekend, fuck you. You suck donkey balls. You suck the shit out of a donkey's penis. That's what we got. I will be back on tonight streaming Titanfall. I hope you join us, and we'll have a good time, right? Thanks, Internet, and until then, stay classy.